Listen up, family, this is Denzel Washington coming to you with a truth that's going to shake your soul awake. Have you ever felt like life's passing you by, like you're stuck in a rut, wrestling with dreams that seem too big or pain that feels too heavy? What's your name? Where you at right now, maybe scrolling late at night, feeling the weight of a tough day, or wondering if God still has a plan for you? I've been there staring into the quiet, searching for a spark of hope. But let me tell you something straight from my heart. God's speaking to you today, saying, I gave you 1 hour a day minus 60 minutes to change your life. You don't need a miracle or $1 million. You need to choose discipline, faith in that hour. God's whispering, I made you for more than this. I'm talking to you, the one who's tired of just getting by, the one ready to build something real. Stick with me, because we're diving into why 1 hour a day with God's strength can transform your entire future. Hit that subscribe button like this video and let's get to work together. This is Motivation Paradox, where God's peace fuels your purpose. What's holding you back right now, family? Let's find out how 1 hour can change it all. Let me ask you something, family. What if I told you that just 1 hour a day minus 60 minutes could completely shift the path of your life? Would you believe me? Most folks won't. Why? Because they've been fed a lie. They think transformation needs some earth-shattering moment, like lightning striking their soul. They think success demands a miracle, a 20-hour grind, or some privilege they weren't born with. But God's truth is simpler. It starts with 1 hour, blessed by His hand. 1 hour of discipline. 1 hour of intention. 1 hour where you stop watching the world live and start building the life God called you to. Most people stay busy running in circles, but they don't grow. They scroll endlessly, chasing distractions. They rush through days, repeating old cycles, but they never pause. They never think. And because they never think, they never change. But you're different. If you're still here, you're searching, hungry for more. You're ready, family. Today we're talking about the hour that can reshape your habits, your relationships, your income, your counts, and yes, your entire legacy. Because success ain't an accident, it's a decision you make daily with God guiding your steps. And the best part, you don't need a new year to start. You don't need permission from nobody. You don't need a big break. All you need is 1 hour a day, surrendered to God's purpose. Let's begin. Take back the first hour, family. How you start your day sets the tone for how you live your life. It ain't just about habits, it's about rituals, holy moments with God. That first hour is your launch pad, your foundation, the birthplace of the momentum God's building in you. But most folks give it away. They wake up and grab their phone, diving into messages, scrolling the news, getting lost in everybody else's lives, forgetting to check in with themselves or with God. They don't ask, what do I want today? Who does God need me to become? What am I building for His glory? If you don't program your mind in that first hour, the world will do it for you. And let me warn you, the world ain't setting you up for greatness. It's feeding you fear, comparison, drama, and distraction, pulling you away from God's plan. Before you know it, you're living reactively, not intentionally. So here's your mission, family. Take back your first hour. Make it sacred, a time to meet with God. Before the emails, before the noise, before the world tries to shape you, shape yourself in His image. Get up earlier, not because it's trendy, but because it's transformational, a gift from the Creator. Use that hour to build you. Read 10 pages of a great book that lifts your spirit. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Thanking God for His blessings. Map your day, asking Him for wisdom. Visualize your goals, trusting His guidance. Move your body, honoring the temple He gave you. Drink water. Breathe in silence, listening for His voice. Do what the old you always put off. Because here's a truth Robin Sharma shared, and God confirms: small daily improvements over time lead to stunning results when you walk in His purpose. If you win that first hour, you win the day. And if you win enough days, you win your life with God by your side. What's your name, family? What's one thing you can do in your first hour tomorrow to honor God's call? I know some of you are saying, Denzel, I'm not a morning person. But hear me out, success don't care about your feelings, and neither does God's plan. Discipline don't bow to your mood. You think champions wake up to trumpets and confetti? No, family, they decide, they show up, even when it's hard. They build a habit, trusting God's strength. And so can you. Starting tomorrow, make a deal with yourself before you touch the world, touch your future through God's grace. Use your first hour to create, not consume. Don't just wake up, rise up, filled with His power. Your future ain't waiting at noon, it's waiting at dawn, where God meets you. Take it back. Build it strong. Start your day already ahead mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You won't just be ready, you'll be powerful, walking in His light. Now that you've claimed that first hour, guard it like treasure, family, because God gave it to you for a purpose. People will try to steal it not with a gun, but with a ding, a notification, a favor, or a quick, hey, can you just... And just like that, your sacred hour is gone, stolen not by evil, but by carelessness. John C. Maxwell dropped a truth God's been showing me. Learn to say no to the good so you can say yes to the best, His best for you. This hour ain't for leftovers, it's wholly strategic, the foundation of your future and God's plan. If you don't protect it, nobody will. Time is more precious than money. You can earn another dollar, but you'll never get back that hour God gave you. So set your boundaries, family. Tell yourself, tell the world, this is my time, blessed by God. No scrolling, no email, no interruptions, not because you're rude, but because you're serious about His call. If you treat this hour casually, your dreams will drift away. You gotta get serious as a craftsman with his tools, as serious as a warrior with his sword, as serious as God is about your purpose. This hour used wisely will pay you back 100-fold in clarity, skills, income, peace, and confidence, but only if you don't trade it for crumbs. Where you at, family? What's one boundary you need to set to protect your God-given hour? Here's a trap most folks fall into. They say, I'll just check one thing real quick. And before they know it, their first hour's gone, swallowed by other people's noise instead of their own creation for God. So every night, prepare for the morning. Schedule your hour. Label it like a sacred appointment with your future self and God. No flexibility, no negotiations. Tell your family, your friends, even your wandering mind, this hour is non-negotiable, a gift from the Creator. This is the hour where I build me with His help. If others don't get it, teach them by example, not with anger, but with consistency, showing God's work in you. When you value your time, the world starts valuing you because they see His light shining through. Here's a rule, family. If it don't grow you, it don't get your first hour. Period. This ain't just about productivity, it's about priority, about standing up for your future with discipline so loud it drowns out every distraction. The first hour is your front line. Guard it like it's rare because it is a divine gift. It's the difference between dreamers and doers, wanderers and leaders, the forgettable and the unforgettable. Guard it today, and you'll celebrate God's plan tomorrow. But once you've claimed that hour and defended it like your life depends on it, you need direction, family. It ain't enough to show up for your hour or guard it, you gotta know what to do with it. Guided by God's wisdom. Too many folks stumble here. They stay busy, active, doing, but they ain't moving forward. Stephen Covey spoke a truth God's been showing me. You can be busy, very busy, without being effective. Action without direction is motion without meaning, like running on a treadmill, sweating, exhausting yourself, but going nowhere. So before you dive into your sacred hour, pause, breathe, ask yourself the question that unlocks everything. Where am I going with God? Not just today, but in life. If you don't have direction, you won't have progress. You'll move, but you won't arrive. You'll sweat, but you won't build. You need a compass before you need speed, and God's your compass. At the start of your hour, take 3 minutes to clarify your mission. Ask, what's my goal? What skill am I sharpening for His glory? What weakness am I attacking with His strength? Why does it matter to me? Write it down, family. Get it out of your head and into the world, because clarity written down becomes focused action. And focused action, blessed by God, changes lives. Paulo Coelho said, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. But you gotta know what you want, and God's gotta be in it. You can't conspire with confusion, you conspire with clarity, His clarity. Skip this step, jump into random action. and you'll waste your focus, the most valuable thing you own. Worse, you'll confuse motion with meaning, feeling busy but staying stuck. Direction matters more than speed, family. It ain't how fast you run. It's whether you're running the race God set for you. Tomorrow morning, don't just spring into action. Decide first with God. Decide who you're becoming. Decide what matters most. Decide which step brings you closer to the life He's calling you to. When your actions align with His outcomes, when your steps serve your dreams, you won't just move, you'll advance, soaring in His purpose. One decision at the start of your hour can change everything. What's your name, friend? What's one goal God's put on your heart for this hour? Now, once you got direction, once you're armed with God's clarity, it's time to learn, not randomly, not casually, but intentionally for His glory. 1 hour a day of focused learning can transform your future. It's simple, but most miss it because learning don't scream like distractions do. Learning is quiet, subtle, but powerful beyond measure when God's in it. Tony Robbins says the path to success is massive, determined action, and part of that action is feeding your mind with greatness daily, trusting God to multiply it. This ain't about going back to school or fancy courses. It's about choosing every day to grow, to spend 1 hour feeding your mind instead of your fears, with God's wisdom guiding you. Read a chapter from a book that lifts your soul. Listen to a podcast that stretches your faith. Watch a documentary that educates you for His purpose. Take a course that challenges you to grow. Study greatness like it's oxygen, family. While others are scrolling mindlessly, you'll be sharpening. While they're drifting, you'll be developing. While they're wasting, you'll be winning in God's plan. Do this for a year, and you won't recognize yourself. Your mind sharpens, your decisions strengthen, your confidence rises, all because God's working in you. You start solving problems you used to run from. You speak with authority you once admired, because His truth is in you. Why? Growth compounds bit by bit, page by page, lesson by lesson, with God's hand on it. And the best part, nobody can take it away. You can lose your job, your money, but you can't lose what God builds in your mind. What you build within, you keep forever, family. Here's the strategy before your hour starts: stack your materials. Choose your book, queue up your learning, pray over it. Don't leave it to chance. Be deliberate, because preparation kills procrastination and God honors preparation. When the clock hits your hour, dive in fully, no distractions, no split attention, just you, your growth, and God. Every time you open your mind, you open your future in His hands. Every hour you invest in yourself is a down payment on the life He destined for you. But let's be clear, learning alone ain't enough. Knowledge without application is just entertainment, family. You can read every book, listen to every podcast, go to every seminar. But if you don't practice what you learn, you're playing a mental game, not walking in God's purpose. Growth ain't what you know, it's what you do with what you know, with His strength. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. You don't get great thinking about greatness, you get great practicing it, trusting God to guide your steps. So in that hour, don't just consume, apply. Turn ideas into action. Learning communication skills. Pick up the phone, make the call, pray for boldness. Studying fitness. Move your body, thanking God for strength. Studying business. Build something, trusting His provision. You don't need to be an expert to start, you become one by starting with God's help. Confidence don't come before action, it comes because of action, because He's with you. Every action builds belief. Trust in yourself, trust in God. That trust is priceless. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop preparing endlessly. Stop delaying. Progress comes from messy, bold, and perfect action, blessed by Him. Every stumble's a step forward. Every mistake's a lesson earned. Every try's a victory over fear in His name. Tomorrow, in your sacred hour, commit to one thing, practice, do, move, build with God's power. Repetition's the mother of mastery, not perfection, but repetition guided by Him. As you practice daily, progress shows up. You feel it, you see it, you trust it. You realize growth ain't an accident. It's a system, a stack of tiny efforts repeated daily in His presence. Those who trust their efforts become unstoppable, driven by God's momentum, not begging for motivation. Here's the golden rule: what you learn today, apply today, family. Even if it's small, clumsy, awkward, just start with God. 1 hour of bold, focused, imperfect action moves you closer to your dreams faster than a lifetime of hesitation. Because He's leading you. After you've acted, learned, and practiced, don't skip this family reflection. Life don't improve just because you're busy. It improves when you look back with God's wisdom. Too many race from day to day, task to task, goal to goal, without asking the question that unlocks growth. How did I do today for you, Lord? Reflections where transformation lives, where God speaks. John Dewey said, we don't learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on it. And God's truth lights the reflection. At the end of your hour, take 5 minutes, just 5, to look in the mirror, check the scoreboard with Him. What did you learn? What did you accomplish? What challenged you? What needs improving tomorrow? Write it down. Be honest, not harsh. Trusting God's grace. Growth ain't about tearing yourself down, it's about seeing clearly, adjusting wisely, moving forward powerfully in His plan. Most won't do this, they avoid it, scared of the gap between where they are and where they want to be. But if you're serious about the life God's calling you to, step into that mirror with courage, with Him. Reflection gives clarity. Clarity gives power. Power gives results, all from God. What's your name, family? What's one thing you learned today that you can reflect on with God? After reflection, refine, family, tweak the system. Make small, smart corrections guided by His wisdom. You don't need a full overhaul weekly, just sharpen your process bit by bit with God's help. Excellence ain't one big leap. It's hundreds of tiny course corrections over time, like an airplane adjusting mid-flight, always recalibrating. You too. Adjust daily with Him. Reflect, refine, repeat. Do it for a week, you'll feel a shift. Do it for a month. Others will see God's work in you. Do it for a year, and your life will be unrecognizable, transformed by His hand. Don't stop at mental growth. Family, your body's part of God's plan too. Your body ain't just a vehicle for dreams, it's the engine driving them. A temple He created. If the engine fails, your goals stall, no matter how big they are. Health and achievement are tied together in God's design. You can't build greatness if you're exhausted, sick, or broken down. Tony Robbins said energy is the key to an extraordinary life, and God's the source of that energy. Without it, everything slows, dims. 1 hour a day for your health. Move, stretch, strengthen, breathe, sweat, praising God for your body. Don't matter if you're lifting weights or walking in His sunlight. What matters is honoring the machine He gave you. When you honor your health, you fuel your dreams for His glory. Neglect your body and your dreams will suffocate under exhaustion and pain. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. Choose discipline, family. Choose vitality. Choose God's gift of life. In that hour, don't just move, fuel it, nourish it, rest it, hydrate it, thanking Him. You're building a vessel for greatness, for His purpose. Treat it like it matters, because it does, to God and to you. Some of you might be thinking, Denzel, what about my future, my business, my wealth? Here's the answer, family. You build it 1 quiet hour at a time with God's provision. You don't need 12-hour days or permission. Invest that sacred hour in something yours, something He's called you to. While the world's relaxing, scrolling, numbing out, you're planting, building skills, builds independence, all for His glory. It ain't about giant leaps, it's quiet, consistent bricklaying day by day with God's strength. Start small. Write 1 page, record 1 idea, make 1 plan, build 1 piece, trusting Him. That hour might feel small, but one day you'll look back and see it built your freedom, your legacy, your fortune, all by His grace. Consistency beats intensity, quiet beats chaos, ownership beats excuses, family. And here's something even greater, build relationships the same way, 1 intentional hour at a time with God's love. Success without connection is empty, family. No fortune, no fame, no title fills the void of loneliness. When life's storms hit, and money won't hold you, trophies won't dry your tears, only people will. People God placed in your life. So invest an hour, undivided attention, listening, laughing, loving, presence with those who matter, showing God's heart. You don't need fancy vacations or big events, just presence, care, his love through you. Memories ain't made in grand gestures, they're made in quiet hours, real talk, small moments that echo forever, blessed by God. Maya Angelou said, people forget what you said, what you did, but never how you made them feel. Make them feel seen, valued, loved like God sees them. Stack your hours, stack your future family with his guidance. You've heard success is built one step at a time, but let me make it clearer. Success is built 1 hour at a time, with God's hand. 1 hour of discipline, learning, building, loving, all for his glory. Brick by brick, quietly, consistently. The math's simple. 1 hour a day is 7 hours a week. Over 300 hours a year, more than 7 full-time weeks of growth, blessed by him. Imagine what you could do, family. Change your body, rebuild your mind, launch a business, master a skill, heal a relationship, reinvent your life, all in his name. It ain't a fantasy, it's math, God's math. Yours to claim. But don't forget this truth. Small disciplines don't stay small, they grow, multiply, reshape who you are in God's eyes. Every hour you honor builds momentum. Every hour you protect builds confidence. Every hour you show up casts a vote for the you God's calling you to be. Over time, those votes build a new life, a price. Yes, you'll miss days, stumble, want to quit, that's human. But don't let one missed hour become a missed month or year. Come back, family, because God's waiting. Time's passing either way. Are you using it or losing it? One day you'll wake up, look around, and see something breathtaking. You didn't just change your schedule, you changed who you are with God's help. You became someone who rises, builds, loves, grows, all for his glory. You didn't wait for permission or perfect timing, you started trusting him. You stacked hours, shaped your future. You started with 1 hour of learning, action, reflection, movement, love. Those hours rewired your mind, rebuilt your courage, restored your faith, like your life, all by his grace. 1 hour at a time, you became unstoppable, family. Family, if God's stirring your heart right now, don't ignore him, lean in. 1 hour a day ain't just time, it's a div to build the life he destined for you. I'm Denzel Washington, and I'm telling you, God's got a plan bigger than your struggles, bolder than your fears, brighter than your doubts. He's saying, take that hour, child, and build with me. What's your name? What's one step you're taking today to honor his call? Maybe a prayer, a new habit, a dream you're ready to chase. Drop it in the comments. Family, your story could spark hope in someone else. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and join the Motivation Paradox family, where we chase God's purpose together. Share this with someone who needs it, your friend carrying a load, your cousin searching for direction, that coworker feeling stuck. Let's spread his light. Family, leave a 777 in the comments if you're ready to rise in his power, to build your life 1 hour at a time. Your story's just beginning, and God's writing it with you. Let's keep growing, healing. God's got us now. Go be unstoppable.